Now let's look at clauses, because sometimes clauses can feel a bit difficult, but it's not supposed to be. A clause is a full sentence. And what does it mean if it is a full sentence? It contains a subject, meaning the person who does something, and it contains a finite verb, meaning a full verb that tells us what the person is doing. That is a clause. Now, what I like about coordinating conjunctions, these 7 conjunctions, they are the nice conjunctions. So let me make a smiley face next to them. We like them. Why do we like them? Because they are not difficult. They are not making our lives difficult. They only have certain rules, certain few rules. The first rule is that they come in the middle. You do not start a sentence with a coordinating conjunction. If there is a coordinating conjunction in the beginning of a sentence, it is wrong. The only place where coordinating conjunctions may come is in the middle. Let's use some examples here. I walk and he runs. I walk, but he runs. We see how we have one sentence and another sentence, and both sentences are connected with a coordinating conjunction in the middle. One sentence and another sentence joined with a coordinating conjunction in the middle. I am crying, for I am hurt. One sentence and another sentence joined with a coordinating conjunction in the middle. Mary stands on her toes, so Mary can see. 2 sentences joined with a coordinating conjunction. We can make the sentence sound a little better by taking away Mary and putting the word she in there. Then we know the sentence sounds much better. But this is how easy coordinating conjunctions are. And when it comes to the comma, some websites differ from others. But in grade 8, usually we tell learners that they have a choice. They can put commas before the coordinating conjunction, or they don't have to. However, we like learners to decide not to put a comma before the coordinating conjunction. That usually is the better choice. Now, unfortunately, subordinate conjunctions are the tricky ones. So for them, I'm going to put a sad face there, because they have quite a lot of rules. Sometimes we can start a sentence with a subordinating conjunction, or it can be in the middle, unlike with coordinating conjunctions that have one rule. Coordinating conjunctions just join the one sentence with the other, but subordinating conjunctions suddenly change a main or an independent clause, a full sentence that would have stood on its own, into a dependent clause. Let's take these 2 sentences. We have the sentence I sleep, and we have a sentence I'm tired. So we could have just put in a coordinating conjunction there, but let's add a subordinating conjunction there. Let's say I sleep because I'm tired. Now remember what I said, the subordinating conjunction can change clauses. Before, this was a main sentence on its own, and this was a main sentence on its own. But now, because there is a subordinating conjunction, suddenly this sentence needs this sentence. A subordinating conjunction makes one sentence need another sentence. Think about it like this. If you have the sentence, because I'm tired, and you just walk to anyone and you say, hi friend, because I'm tired, and then you leave, your friend has no idea what you wanted to say. That is because this word makes this sentence need something else. So you had to tell your friend, I'm leaving because I'm tired. Or I'm yawning because I'm tired. Or you can even change it around. Friend, because I'm tired, I'm leaving. Friend, because I'm tired, I'm yawning. So you see that a subordinating conjunction makes the part of the sentence need another part. So I repeat, the part of the sentence that has the subordinate conjunction needs the other part of that sentence. And the moment you need something in life, it means that you are dependent on something. So you can just put logic next to logic here, and you can understand that the part of the sentence that has the subordinate conjunction needs or is dependent on the other part of the sentence. Therefore, the part of the sentence that has the subordinate conjunction is called the dependent clause. So the part of a sentence that contains a subordinating conjunction is called a dependent clause because it needs another sentence to make sense. It is depending on another sentence to make sense. Let's look at this example. I will eat as soon as I am home. The best way to find dependent and independent clauses is to look at the subordinate conjunction. Here we have our subordinate conjunction, as soon as. The moment the subordinate conjunction is in the middle, it means that from the middle to the end, this part of the sentence is depending on this one, which means this part of the sentence is called the dependent clause. It makes sense logically, right? Another word for dependent clause is subordinate clause because it contains the subordinate conjunction. When we look at the second example, all I did is I just switched it around. That's what you can do with subordinating conjunctions. You can't start sentences with coordinating conjunctions, but you can start them with subordinating conjunctions. So here is my subordinating conjunction. I moved it to the front. Now I say, as soon as I'm home, I will eat. The first part of the sentence is, as soon as I am home. And we put a comma there because here the subordinating conjunction was in the middle. Now it is in front. So for us to see which part is which, we now separate it with a comma. Remember, we add the comma only when the subordinating conjunction is in the front. If it is in the middle, you will see there is no comma, ne? So as soon as is at the beginning of the sentence, and we say, as soon as I'm home, I will eat. So which part is the dependent clause or the subordinate clause? Remember, I said the subordinate clause or the dependent clause, it is the same thing, is the part of the sentence that contains the subordinate conjunction, which means that this part is the dependent clause, also called the subordinate clause. Now, what do we call the other two parts of the sentences? This part, you will see, can stand on its own. This part, you will see, can stand on its own. So you can go to your friend and you can tell your friend, I will eat, and then you leave. And your friend knows you will eat. But you can't tell your friend, hey friend, as soon as I'm home, and then you leave, because your friend has no idea what's going on. So once again, the part that you can say that doesn't need something else, which is this encircled red part, is called the independent clause. Why is it called the independent clause? It is called the independent clause because this and this piece of the sentence doesn't need any other sentence part to exist. These two pieces are independent and they can live, exist, and stand on their own. And that is how we see the difference between dependent or subordinate clauses and independent clauses.